今年の抱負は何ですか？日本語が流暢になりたいでしょう。じゃあ、皆さんこんにちは、こんばんは。今回の動画では、どうやって日本語がペラペラになるのか教えていきたいと思います。じゃあ、始めよう。What's going on, guys? Welcome to the JORDANVERSE. I'm Jordan, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you some advice on how to become fluent in Japanese. Let's get started. Okay guys, in this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 steps on how to get fluent in Japanese, level up your Japanese, take it to the next level, or even just get started. Now, disclaimer, personally, I am not fluent in Japanese. I am not fluent in Japanese. So why should you listen to me? Well, I've been studying for a while now. I confidently can say I guess I'm an intermediate-ish level, but my goal by the end of the year is to get to that next advanced level, that fluency level. Fluency is a spectrum, but I want to be able to be very comfortable in the language, and these are the steps I'm going to follow to do so. And if you're interested in that journey, hit that subscribe button and, let's get started. So step one is the base step. You need a solid foundation, and you cannot do any of the other steps until you do step one. And step one is simply lock in. Okay, it's all about the mindset. You have to actually put in the work. Language, it takes time. It's not an overnight process, and discipline is the key. Right now we might be in a state of mind where it's like, man, I love Japanese, I love this language, and I'm so excited, I have so much motivation. Motivation fades, discipline does not. Okay, you need that solid foundation to set up everything else you're going to do from this point on. And that takes us to step two. Step two is find what works for you. Studying is not linear. Different methods work for different people. So I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to tell you to do, Anki, Wanikani, AJAT, sentence mining. I'm sure you've heard all that before, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you about it because I'm sure you already know. But what I will tell you is find what works for you and stick to that. Everyone is different. Use what is effective and use what works for you. And also, language learning is fluid, so what works for you now might not work for you later. And that's okay. You're just evolving. I know a lot of people who are very high on Anki, and I know a lot of people who say, well, I don't really like Anki. Same for Wanikani, same for, AJAT. Some people really love these things, some people don't use these things. I know people who have never used a textbook in their life to learn Japanese or other languages. They simply pick it up because that's how they do it. Everyone's different. Different methods work for different people. Okay, on to step 3. This is immersion. Now, I know I just told you I'm not going to tell you how to study, and I'm still not, but immersion is key. Immersion is, you need to immerse yourself in the language. You need to live in the language, okay? So for me, immersion, this could be a lot of things. Just do things in Japanese. Try to think in Japanese, live in Japanese. When you react to something, you hit your leg on the table. Don't say ouch. You stub your toe on the table. Ita. Or something's atsu. Things like that. Simple things. Talk to yourself in Japanese. You wake up in the morning, you have to brush your teeth. Haga migakimasu. Simple commands. Ima kara taberu. Just simple things like that. You see something. Oh, hashi desu. Chopsticks, Just reinforce these ideas because you don't want to be translating in your head. This isn't chopsticks, hashi. This is hashi. This is the hashi. You know what I'm saying? This is the hashi. I think the biggest hack with immersion is passive listening. A lot of people take downtime very lightly. For example, when you're just chilling, laying in bed, you're doing chores, or even when you're driving, you can always be locking in and immersing with podcasts or even Japanese music. When you feed your brain the language, your brain over time is working and evolving and getting used to the sounds. And this is how you really level up your listening comprehension. So yeah, immerse yourself as much as you can. Watch shows in Japanese, use Japanese subtitles. There's a big debate on whether if you should use English subtitles or not. I would say no. But for example, sometimes when I just am watching shows that I just want to enjoy, I will put on English subtitles. I'm not going to sabotage my enjoyment levels for the sake of learning Japanese, because to be honest, learning Japanese is already suffering. We are suffering. Learning a language is hard. But yeah, if I want to watch my favorite anime, I'm going to have English subtitles on because I want to enjoy it. But other things where it's like, okay, well, this is study time, I'm gonna use only Japanese subtitles. And I think that's a good balance. But like I said, different things work for different people. So if you feel like you want those Japanese subtitles all day, every day, then you do that because that works for you. And I think that is great for you. Moving on to step number 4, output. Use it or lose it. That's it. That's all. Use the language, or else you will lose the language. Even when you're studying new words, you're studying new grammar, you just learned a phrase, you learn new slang, you can hear it once and be like, okay, that's cool. But if you don't use it, your brain is gonna think, well, I don't need this. Like I said earlier, speak to yourself, find a friend to speak to. Or, if you're lucky enough, if you can afford it, go to Japan. Use your Japanese. That's it. Use it or you lose it, guys. And for the final step, the 5th step, and I think this is also very important, remember your origin. Remember where you came from, guys. Some days you will feel like a true Japanese samurai. Like your neurons are firing, you can read, you can listen, you can have a convo. Your Japanese is just 100,000%. And then some days you will feel like a complete loser and nothing is coming out. You can't understand anything. Japanese learning, language learning, it's fluid. It's up and down. It truly is. You will have good days, you will have great days, you will have bad days, and you will have absolute dog water days. And that is okay. Just don't let it ruin your momentum. Don't let the bad days kill your motivation, kill your drive, kill your discipline. And that goes back to the mindset of step 1. You have a really bad day and then you just get into this slump and it's like, well, obviously I'm not made for this. So I'm done learning Japanese. And then a week goes by and you're like, man, I really haven't studied. I really regret it. And now you're in a really bad spot. You want to avoid that. Just remember your origin. In times where it's like, man, this sucks, remember, maybe a week ago or a month ago, there were things you couldn't do in that language that you can do today because you have been consistent, because you have been studying. So whenever I feel down, I just remember to the times where it's like I couldn't do a self-introduction when I first started learning Japanese. Now I can have conversations with Japanese people, with native speakers, and I think that blows my mind. Jordan, me, from a couple of years ago, he couldn't even comprehend his future. Like right now, I'm so grateful because I can remember my origin. And let me tell you, there are going to be bad days. There are days where I want to just stop. Like I just want to stop the language. But I sit down and I remember there was a time where I couldn't read hiragana. There was a time where I couldn't read katakana. So just remember your origin. So yeah, guys, those are the 5 steps I think that you need to be able to, learn Japanese, get fluent in Japanese. Let me know if you have any tips in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Where are you in your Japanese learning journey? Let me know in the comments, Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!